Welcome back to Glam Tones. It's me, Gigi, and today what we're going to do is a very easy, beginner-friendly polygel fill. We're going to use iMethod Beauty Polygel, and we're going to start right now by removing everything I've got on these nails. I am just using a fine sanding band on my little barrel, and I'm working at kind of a high speed because it's a fine sander. It's about probably 12 or 13, but it's just basically, I'm not trying to debulk anything. I am just removing the this is transfer foil, and the other nails just have a little top coat. So I'm really just removing the shine and getting everything down to where we need to be so we can prep these nails and put some fills on. So while I continue doing that, if you celebrated a holiday where you eat a lot of food and spend time with people you love or maybe don't love, I don't know your life, then I hope it was a good one. If you are boycotting that holiday for reasons that I completely understand and agree with, I hope you had a wonderful Thursday. So, but for the rest of you, happy Thanksgiving. I had a wonderful holiday. And here's the thing, I almost feel bad saying it. I do love Thanksgiving, but not for the colonialism and the racism, just for the good food and time with people that you love. And over the last few years, I have not really had the opportunity to spend Thanksgiving with my girls, and it was great to be with my children and my grandchildren. I saw every single one of my grandchildren yesterday. I played with the babies. I sat on the floor. I ate food. I ate pie. I ate cake. We had an amazing turkey and a huge prime rib. My son-in-law is an amazing chef, and he did a fabulous job with dinner. So getting to eat a spread that I didn't have to cook, and I just had to wash a few dishes, yes please. So shout out to the chef, hats off, really good dinner. So we're almost done here removing all of this. We're on that last pinky nail. The pinky nail, honestly, is the hardest one for me to do when I'm filing. I just really, honestly, polishing it, everything. The pinky is the hardest nail for me to do. What is your hardest nail to do? For me, that pinky, just the way I've got to move my hand and the way that, I don't know what it is. It's just, I really struggle with my pinky. So now we've changed bits, and I've got my little cuticle bit on there. And this looks a little aggressive, but this is double speed, guys. So I don't dig into my nails. I'm almost floating over the nail, right? I just want to pick up those little bits of skin and flake them away. And honestly, to me, that's very satisfying. I love doing that. It's one of my favorite parts of the manicure. And it feels good to me, right? If you're not digging in there, it just feels like a little bitty massage for your fingers and for your cuticles. And I like to get up on my actual cuticles with that bit and just sort of rub them a little. It exfoliates everything, gets everything, see, like I'm doing right there. It just gets everything so smooth and clean, and I just love how it feels. So if you have not tried giving yourself a little Russian manicure, I recommend it. But listen, watch a ton of videos, go really, really slow. My speed on the drill right now is probably like 5 or 6. I never go above 6 when I'm doing my cuticles, because you don't need, you're on your natural nails. You don't need any speed there. You just want that bit to be moving enough to flake that skin off. It's just dead skin. You don't need to fight with it. Just work it off. You're just going wing, 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 bling, 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 wing, wing, wing. You're just taking it off. That was really weird, but it was the sound that came to my head. So I'm not going to redo that either. I'm telling you, I almost stopped the voiceover and went and did something else, but no. We're going to keep that in there. It says, wing, 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 diddling, ding, ding, bing, 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 bing. So you're just taking it off, just a little bit at a time. And go slow. Go slow. Love your nails. You're not trying to beat them up. You're trying to love them. Putting nails on yourself or anyone else, it shouldn't be damaging. It shouldn't be rough. It shouldn't be mean. You should be loving your nails, right? Just love your work and love the process of it. If you don't love the process of it, that would be really rough, right? If you love having nails, but you don't love the process. But you know what? There's a lot of people like that. And you know what that means? That's why there's nail techs. Because there's lots of people out there that love doing this. And they want to help you love your nails. So if you got a good tech, shout out to your tech. So now once I've cleaned everything up and dusted everything on my table, I'm cleaning off my nails with a little alcohol and a soft toothbrush. Just for anyone freaking out, I've never used that toothbrush on anything but fingernails. It's just so soft, and I love how it's soft, but yeah, it's firm enough that it gets all the dust out of my nails. So I like it. And I like the long handle because it makes it easier for me to use it, especially with my non-dominant, which of course, this is another Adventures of Non-Dom. So now what we did first was do our prep, which dehydrates. Now we're putting down some primer, which adds a little stick. And now I'm using Tack, which adds a little more stick. It's a primer, or like, I think of it sort of as half between a primer and a base coat. It's by Elegance. And this 3-way combo for me has been working for over a year. I didn't always have the Tack. I used to just have the other two in there fine as well on their own. But I added the Tack, and I just really love how, like, I've gone a month without changing my nails and not gotten any lifting. So I just really find it's a good combo. I like it. The prep and prime are me a secret, by the way. And now here we are with our polygel and a little alcohol. And this is, if you're wondering, yes, it's an acrylic brush. I prefer a nice firm acrylic brush for my polygels, because I find that unless you're working with a super sticky polygel, then it really doesn't work well. I'm shouting you out there, Clear Model 1s and McCart. But if you have a firm polygel that's not sticky, I find a acrylic brush, you can see it works perfectly. It smooths everything out. It's firm enough to move it where you need it to go, but it's not so firm that you're putting dents in it, right? Unless you try, you can. But I find it to be less denty into the polygel, and also just so much more smoothing. Like when I get done, my nail is so smooth. So that's why I really like it. And honestly, I've never used a polygel brush for polygel. I bought an acrylic brush and polygel, and I actually did not mean for it to work out that way, but it did. And I feel like it was a perfect mistake, right? A blessing mistake. So now, this polygel is firm enough that you can put all of your fill dots, they are just little dots of polygel, but what is the word? Your beads. You can put your beads down all at one time, and they're not going to go anywhere. But if you are trying to build a nail and you think you're going to put all 4 down at once, you will make a big mess. It is not going to work out. I don't recommend that. But for fills, absolutely. You can see how well it's holding its shape because there's no weight there, right? It's the tiniest a little dabble do ya. And if you know what that is, give me a shout out the product in the comment section if you know what that is tagline for. It's a product, and it's an old product. I don't even know if they make it anymore, but my dad used it, and I remember the commercials. So if you know a little dab will do ya, let me know what that product is in the comment section. So anyway, as you can see, for fills though, you can put all your beads down and just come in, and if you are a quick worker, because it will, if you're not holding your nails right, like see how I'm holding my pinky up there, I should have been more careful, because it will run into your cuticles. Okay guys, this is just a real quick glimpse of my filing routine. It is too hard for me to show it with my left hand on camera, so I'm just going to show you the thumb real quick. If you want to see my full filing routine on all 5 nails, we can make that a video. So let me know in the comment section. I will make that happen for you. But it's real simple, and honestly, I don't think it's any different than anybody else's. Everyone who has a very successful filing routine pretty basically does the same thing. Come up the side walls, snatch out that cuticle, and then round out the top and make sure everything looks smooth and bump free. So that's my filing routine. I don't think it's complicated. If I were filing a full nail and not just fills, I would probably have grabbed my e-file, but I know that this was only going to take me a few minutes. It's only polygel. All I'm really doing is smoothing the line between the 2 nails and making sure that everything is very smooth. So there it is. There's really just not that much to say about it. Very simple filing. And once we finish all that up, again, of course, we will come in with our little cleaning brush and some alcohol and take care of that. Guys, I'm sorry, I was dipping. It's so hard when I'm filing because I want to get so close to my face, right? I'm checking my shape here, checking my shape out. I'm like, okay, I'm pretty happy. Let me sharpen up that edge. Yes. Oh, she sees a little something that she doesn't like. No, a little more. Ah, very pretty. Time to do the others. There you go. Now I'm gonna come in really quick with a tiny little sanding block. It's just a buffing block. And just to make sure everything's super smooth. You don't want to go too smooth because then your gel polish won't stick. But I just wanted to give it, I'm actually not going to paint these at all for a couple of days. They're just going to sit as they are. So I just wanted them to be smooth and to look kind of like they had a matte top coat. And honestly, I got tons of compliments on them just as they are. So I was really pleased with that. But I didn't have time to really mess with filming another video before Thanksgiving. So I didn't. I just did the fills and moved on. But I needed a video for today, so that's why you got fills today. Guys, these are the fills. Thank you so much for watching. I hope you got something out of today's video. Let me know if you like them in the comment section below. We'll see you next week.